Well, let's hear from the biggest teachers union in America. This is the president of the National Education Association. This is Becky Pringle.
Pending on us! Rise up! NEA! Hold on! Hold on! Don't let go of anyone's hand!
Oh, dear me. Corey, if that's the president, then you can see what direction the union's going to go. They are out and loud and proud activists. They're not backing down at all.
Exactly. They see this as a tool of indoctrination. They don't see the school system as a way to improve educational outcomes. And this was at the NEA's leadership summit, where they're basically having the inmates run the asylum. Do you want this person educating your kids? Do you want them teaching your children in a public school? Absolutely not. So this is free advertising for homeschooling and school choice. This is the person who controls the school system in the United States, the biggest teachers union in the country. They also have a federal charter. Why do they have the backing of Congress? The United States Congress should revoke that charter immediately and not allow them to have any more power.
Well, you got a leaked copy, Corey, of the National Education Association's resolutions that they passed at their annual meeting. This is incredible stuff. It's got resolutions like this. Let's look at this one. We're talking here about America's, like you said, largest teachers union vowing to defend against Trump's embrace of fascism by using the term fascism, misspelled, in NEA materials correctly characterise Donald Trump's program and actions. Now, never mind the spelling and grammar crimes in that sentence, Corey. The ideology here is so wacky, so dangerous, and so out of touch with the mainstream. We're talking here about the popularly elected president.
Yeah, this is insane. I mean, and it's just beyond parody that they can't even get the spelling right. To spend thousands of dollars to call the president a fascist. They also had a separate one to call abolishing the Department of Education racist. So everything they don't like is either racist or fascist. They're just going to name call, but it's so ridiculous. If anything, the school system is what is racist. It's trapping poor, low-income kids, minority kids in failing school districts just based on their zip code. They're sentenced to a lifetime of poverty, and the school system is to blame. We should give the money to those families so they can go to other schools that give them better academic achievement results and better opportunities. So yeah, the NEA is it has an incestuous relationship with the Democrat Party. That lady that was screaming, Becky Pringle, she actually has a position as an at-large member in the U.S.'s Democratic Party at their Democratic National Convention. They're basically the same organization at this point. They're so partisan, and they just can't help themselves. They just inject politics into the classroom day after day. And this is, again, free advertising to pull your kids out of those schools.
Absolutely. It's free advertising for homeschooling as well if you don't have school choice. Corey, let's look at a couple of other resolutions that were passed, including defending birthright citizenship and opposing the attempt to revert to pre-civil rights movement Jim Crow legal concepts of states' rights in order to deny citizenship to the children of immigrants. Again, a passage filled with grammar crimes. And there was also this, with the union vowing to support students who are dissenting and organising against Trump's policies with regard in particular to ICE, to immigration and customs enforcement activities. They are creating not just activists, but agitators here.
It's insane. What is that? None of these resolutions have anything to do with education of doing the basics, getting math, reading, and writing correct. It's ideological conformity that they're enforcing, and they are brainwashing kids. They have about 50 million kids in the government school system in America. They have a lot of power over these children. These are young, impressionable minds, and it should really upset the parents. I mean, they tried to position this resolution on immigration policy as being about pro-freedom for students expressing themselves. But as you can see in their resolution, they say they're all for the students expressing themselves, when it's about when they're against Trump's policies. It doesn't say, well, we support the students and their First Amendment right to support or oppose Trump's policies. No, they put their thumb on the scale in one direction, and that's against their political opponents. Because again, the teachers union is just an arm of the Democrat Party. It's so obvious. All of their political contributions go to the left-wing Democrats every single year. About 99% of that funding is funneled to Democrats. It's a money laundering operation, and it ought to be illegal. At the very least, we need to revoke their federal charter. They're a political organization. They're not an education organization.
Now, Corey, before you go, you scored a big win recently, a win in a First Amendment lawsuit in a federal court against a school district. Tell me briefly about this case and why this school district now has to pay you $30,000 and also pledge to have their employees undertake training on the First Amendment.
I mean, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Imagine you have a school district that doesn't understand the First Amendment, and they're having to do mandatory trainings to now tell all of their employees how to respect the First Amendment rights of their constituents and the parents and the students. Basically, what happened was they were illegally using taxpayer resources to lobby against school choice last year. And so I called them out on it, and they blocked me on their Facebook page. They also started to restrict comments because other people were calling them out for this activity as well. And that's a First Amendment violation. They're a government entity. They cannot restrict the free speech rights of their constituents or school choice advocates. The judge ordered them to pay my $30,000 in attorney's fees and legal fees. And they also have to do this mandatory training. They also had to admit that they were wrong and promise basically to never do it again. And this is enforceable by a federal judge. So it's a big win for free speech.
Fantastic. That's what Conservatives have to do. You have to fight these battles and win them. And Corey DeAngelis, you are very good at it. Thank you so much for your time tonight.